Police Minister is going to be presenting the quarterly crime statistics this afternoon. Will be live on ENCA, reflecting crimes from April last year to June 2020. These stats reflect the crime levels during the COVID-19 lockdown. It makes it especially interesting, doesn't it, Govan Whittles, as we look ahead to those numbers later. I say this because we've had curfews, we've had businesses that have been shut down, we've had interprovincial travel brought to a halt. So the crime stats today, very interesting to see what happened during lockdown.
That's right, Gareth. We'll essentially be looking at what the increased police deployment has resulted in with regards to the crimes that are usually monitored by the police. And it's interesting to note that when they released the crime statistics year on year from 2019, they recorded a hike in the number of people that were getting robbed on the street, but they seem to be making significant headway in cracking down on organized crime. But these crime statistics would be interesting, of course, because we would be looking at things that were declared a crime through the National State of Disaster Act that being put into effect, such as trading in cigarettes and trading in alcohol. And we're looking towards the police minister for some information regarding how many arrests have been made and whether they've been able to use this period to break the back of these syndicates which have been trading illegally in alcohol and cigarettes for a number of years. So there are a number of areas to cover. The briefing will be led by Police Minister Bheki Cele, as well as the senior leadership of the police, including National Commissioner Sitole, and other generals accompanying him. And as I said, there's a range of issues to cover, but we'll be paying particular attention to the impact of the increased police deployment.
You're quite right, actually, and Minister Cele, I'm sure, is also going to have to speak, Govan, before I let you go, about some of those laws brought in. You mentioned, of course, the cigarette ban, the alcohol ban, but people who were driving outside of curfew, people who were driving perhaps in cars not wearing their masks. This is all the rhetoric that we were getting from the minister back then. It's going to be interesting to see if they've actually acted on those, let's call them smaller COVID crimes, and what they're hoping to do with that, won't it?
It would be, and we would be surprised if they have the specificity in the data regarding these smaller crimes, because they've mentioned last time that they were unable to confirm some of the other important crime statistics around gender-based violence because the investigating officers and the senior leadership didn't have access to certain police stations, to certain case dockets. And it'll be interesting to see if this is once again an issue for the police when it comes to recording how crimes are happening and how they're responding to these crimes. But we do expect more data this time since there has been a period where they've had more deployment, especially in the field.
Well, Govan, I think I just saw the minister walking past you on your right-hand side. It looks like he's getting ready to go. I'm not sure if he's going to have a word with you. Don't think he's going to talk to you now. We'll get him at about 2 o'clock this afternoon for the crime stats numbers. Govan Whittles, thank you very much. The minister seeing Govan Whittles and very quickly picking up his pace as he saw we were live here on ENCA. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. That's Crime Stats briefing live here on the channel later today.